Hi, friends. Welcome to the show. I'm Curtis, your host. In my backyard, it's coming along. I'm so pleased with it. Today's show, well, several places. You know, I get excited, a little bit nervous when I start sharing this. We're going to end the show back in Novato. I'm going to give tips on apples, buying, selecting, tasting apples. I've got four beautiful apples for you later in the show. I went into my vault of footage and brought footage out. Before that, we're going to be up in Humboldt County. I always said Humboldt County, with a friend of mine, Ken Hamik, and his family and friends. We're going to do an Ethiopian dinner. Ken is a fabulous cook, he's world traveled, just an incredible man. I met him on a plane, I think 30 years ago. His daughter, Sarah, used to call me Uncle Curtis, and my kids, when they were little, we'd go to Berkeley and we'd ride the carousel up at Tilden Park and just hang out, and they'd say, Uncle Ken, Aunt Sherry. And Sherry was an art creator. She actually curator, that's the word, curator, not creator, but she also is an artist as well. And she put together exhibits for the Oakland Museum. Incredible. Three people, that family, just beautiful, beautiful hearts and soul. We're going to start the show with a tribute to a friend of mine. And I say that because Martin Yan, the incredible chef. I remember watching Martin when his career started in the late 70s and thought, wow, this brother he's solid, right? And I said that. I remember thinking that, watching with my mom, my dad back in 78, 79, early 80s, and thinking how, wow, and then later on when I got a chance to not only meet Martin, also work with him, and then get to really talk food and call him friend, be on stage with him. It's incredible. So this year in March, Martin was named, he received the Lifetime Achievement Award from the Beard Association, James Beard Association. It's a big deal in the culinary world, so check it out, okay? I've got a picture of the proclamation or the naming of him, and also a couple of photographs of Martin. If I can find some of the photographs of he and I together, I'm going to post them at later shows, okay? So I hope you enjoy today's show. Martin Yan is an incredible human being. Ken Hamik is an incredible human being. I hope someday people will say that about me because, Martin's a great example, so you can. Peace, everybody. Spread love. Hope you enjoy the show. Beef and broccoli, an homage to my buddy, the great chef, the wonderful humanitarian, the fantastic friend, Martin Yan. Yan can cook. Yan can love. Yan can. So can we. Peace. Spread love. Like Martin Yan. So tonight, I'm paying homage to my friend Martin Yan. I'm going to make my version of beef and broccoli. To you, Martin. Peace. I'm steaming my rice. I'm going to wash, trim, and steam my broccoli. Okay, the broccoli is trimmed. I'm going to start with the stems. I'm going to let those steam first. Then I'll add my florets. Okay? Just steam it for maybe 3 to 5 minutes, just enough to soften it up so when it goes into stir fries. Oh, the rice is looking good. I've taken the lid off and just fluffed it up a bit. Here's our beef we're going to use tonight. I've a New York strip that I've sliced very thin. I like the old Julia Child's rule about wine. If it's not good enough to drink, why would you cook with it? The same thing with meat. If you're not going to, get a good cut of meat, something you're not wouldn't want to put on a grill and cook, why would you make a beef and broccoli with that? So this is a beautiful New York strip. Look at nice marbling in it, and I've sliced it thin. All the broccoli is in there. I'm going to add a lid, just let it steam for about 3 to 5. Sauce here, I don't have an oyster sauce, so I've got dark soy, light soy, some brown sugar, and because I don't have any fresh garlic, I used garlic powder, nor do I have fresh ginger, so I used ginger powder. Because of quarantine, y'all. I hope to make a grocery store run later this week. Okay, here's a Curtis egg trick. I've got an egg white here. This is something I picked up from a lot of the Asian chefs I've worked with over the years, and it's just a great way. I'm going to whip the egg white, dip my beef in that just briefly, and then just sprinkle with a little bit of cornstarch and maybe flour, then saute it. My whipped egg white, I'm just going to pour that over the beef. then saute. I'm using canola oil because it gets a high smoking point. I'm also going to add a little bit of sesame oil here just for that wonderful flavor. And as you can tell, I have someone shooting now. Lisa has become my camera person. So let's add a little bit of cornstarch. I'm going to sprinkle some cornstarch over the beef. And just kind of toss it over. And you can also use flour. However, I think the cornstarch really gives it a nice flavor. It helps to thicken everything up. So we'll start adding our beef to the hot pan. Isn't that gorgeous? Let that cook. Remember, the canola oil has a nice high smoking point. If you don't have any peanut allergies or anything like that, you can use peanut oil because it has even higher smoking point. I'm going to cook this till it's nice and brown. I really wish we had smell-o-vision because this is smelling so good. Again, this is my ode to my good friend. I know I shouldn't be doing that because Martin says you always use your chopsticks while you're baking your beef and broccoli, but hey, I don't have my chopsticks today. All right, Martin, forgive me, brother. Look at that. Get a close shot of that, baby. Woo! Beef and broccoli. Now I'm going to remove some of that oil. Okay, I love that flavor of that sesame. Today I'm just thinking about all the friends that I've worked with over the years. Julia Shaw, bon appetit! Cheers, I should say. A Sonoma County La Crema. It's a white Chardonnay. It's absolutely fabulous. I'm going to add my broccoli in now that I've steamed. Okay, and I think since I've got this wine in my hand, I might as well add some white wine to it too. What do you guys think? You think that might taste good, honey?
Yeah,
some white wine? Okay.
Definitely.
Lisa's saying yes, so the white wine is definitely going in, okay? All right. Just going to add a little bit. Well, sip some, cook with some. Let me get all the broccoli in before I add the white wine, okay? These Calphalon pans I've had for 30 years plus. Nick Calphalon presented these to me way back when I first started WXIA TV back in Atlanta, and I still love them. In fact, I'm getting ready to buy new pans, and I think I'm going to buy the Calphalon pans. They're new, the stackable ones, and that's, well, I guess that is an ad, right? I am advertising because I love their products. So you want to toss everything over, take your time. I'm going to add some of the white wine right now. Let that cook down. We're going to add our sauce that I've made, the sauce I showed you earlier. Okay. Lisa just asked a great question. She said, honey, why'd you have the white wine? And I said to her, it's for flavor. And the other reason is I didn't have any red wine open. So we just used the white wine. It's fabulous. We're just about ready to finish this up. The wine is cooked down. And I'm going to, that sauce I made for you, because I didn't have fresh garlic and fresh ginger, I used the powdered ginger, powdered garlic. And I'm going to pour this over and let it reduce just a bit. I'm going to get everything coated. We're going to serve this with our rice. Okay, we'll come back and show you what it looks like when it's all done. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and plate up. What I'm going to do is just drizzle a little bit of the sauce on the bottom. And this is just flat out presentation here, y'all. A pretty plate for my pretty woman tonight. And what I've done here is I made a rice mold. What I did was, to this little storage container, I just rubbed the inside with oil. If all goes well, this should slip right out, okay? And if it doesn't, we're just in trouble. There's our rice mold. Now we're going to plate it by putting some broccoli on the side, okay? Some beef. I just love keeping the rice nice and white, and I'm going to drizzle a little bit of the gravy over the top of the rice, along with some of those broccoli stems. Okay, so at this point we can pour the wine, and tonight we're going to have a white wine, a Chardonnay with our beef. Don't get upset at me for serving white wine with beef, because if it's a good wine, it goes with anything. Peace and love, bon appetit, stay safe wherever you are across the country, around the world. Love from the Aikens household. Peace out.
Yeah. You have to have long.
This is the Owaze. This is the Owaze.
That's that hot spicy
That's the hot spicy stuff. This is the lion's mane, fried and seasoned. This is the lentil stew. This is potato, pepper, carrot stew. This is one of my favorites.
Hey, Ken.
Hey, Curtis.
Thanks for having me here tonight. Now, so where's this lovely kitchen? Whose house are we hanging out at?
So this is John and Lisa with our friend Lorna. And
let's get the crew in here.
oh,
everybody.
What's your name again? I've known her for 38 years. This is Sherry. Everyone say hello to Curtis.
Hi, Curtis.
All right, guys, I love this. So, talk to us about what we're doing tonight, Ken.
So in John and Lisa's house, we decided that we would do a unique thing in Humboldt. Some people call it Humboldt. We call it Humboldt. And as we cut this up, easy, you don't have to do it. And it's actually dietary reasons. While you do that,
Is this going in the same pan?
this is all, and this is some beautiful cilantro. What they do, it's kind of like in Indian culture, they do a sag paneer, Curtis. This is kind of like an Ethiopian version of that. Greens. In the South, of course, as you and I know, that's one of my favorite dishes over the holidays, is cooking greens up. This is a mix of all those greens, and then the kales come. I love that. That's beautiful. So all those are going to go in here. We're also going to create with carrots and some already cooked potatoes, russet potatoes, and then we've got some onions and peppers in there. And we're going to flavor this up. This is going to be kind of a potato pepper stew. Mono pepper that I've already grilled and charred just a little bit.
Now, this is going to go in which dish?
This is going to go in the lentil dish.
The lentil.
In here. This is a lentil stew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do we got going? Lisa's working in the back. Walk us through this one that Lisa's working on right.
So in the greens, Sherry's been cutting up some fresh spinach, organic kale that's locally grown here. We've got Swiss chard.
Beautiful dish.
From John and Lisa's backyard. And we also have onions in there. Pretty simple.
And we sauteed the avocado oil?
Avocado oil.
Okay, so that's one.
And that's already been seasoned a little bit. And what we're going to do with this.
Oh, those are beautiful lentils.
Yeah.
So now when you're cooking lentils, how do you do it?
You know, I'll tell you a secret. Don't tell anybody, okay?
We love secrets. I won't tell anyone.
I finish it off cooking it in a little beer. This is Six Rivers IPA. In fact, I'm going to put a little bit more of that in.
So Ken, your lovely wife has been playing with these beautiful circles here. What is that, bro?
That's a injera. That's like an Ethiopian bread.
You know, when you had me go pick that up, I thought I was going to find a spice. Guys, it's me, Curtis. I'm here in a spice shop in Berkeley, California. I'm picking up some injera, which I thought was a spice. Turned out it's an Ethiopian bread. And I met the owner of the store, and his name is? Romario. Okay, great. Romario, tell us about your spice story. The spices, you've got the injera bread. What else can we get here at this wonderful location of yours?
So all the spices coming from Ethiopia. Everything is from Ethiopia, nothing from here.
Nothing from the States, right?
Nothing
All
from
Ethiopian.
USA,
Can I
everything.
check? I'm like, injera?
Injera.
I'm like, okay, man. I went in, so the injera, and the guy shows me this. And said, are you sure that's bread, right?
This is bread. This is a 3-day-old sourdough mixture.
It's beautiful. I can't wait to taste it.
Yeah, so look at this, Curtis.
That's
See how
absolutely
soft
gorgeous.
that is?
That's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
I don't want to touch it because my hands haven't been washed yet.
Yeah.
Dang. Okay. All right, so where we at, bro?
I'm going to put some of this bouillon in the greens right now.
I got you.
And
Can't advertise a product here now, can we? This is a good one. It's a good one.
you know what we need, Curtis?
Tell me, brother.
We need a little bit more beer.
I'm ready.
So could we open up, add one more thing to it?
Okay.
So a little bit more spice. It's a local spice that I got.
You know I can't handle it too hot.
No. This is spice like, good spice, not hot spice. So this is going to go an IPA.
Wait, you're going to take something off.
You know what I'm drinking.
So this is the kibbeh going in now. And that's,
What, a
that's,
tablespoon?
yeah, about a tablespoon. And then,
It smells so good, Lisa.
yeah, it's really coming in. I'm going to do the same thing over here, Curtis. This is kind of, it's a flavoring agent. And you kind of add it in at the end. So this is the lentil dish that we talked about that's got the grilled poblano pepper in there.
Beautiful.
That one's pretty much done.
All right, Ken, so there's our snowball, but you call it a lion's.
Lion's mane.
All right, show me what you're going to do, brother.
Do you want me to be a doctor again just a second?
Dr. Ken.
So you look this up, but this mushrooms are medicinal.
Of course, we know.
Yeah, and so this one in particular is being researched as a potential nerve builder. So people like even with Parkinson's, and it's beautiful. It's looks like a snowball, like you said. I'm going to cut it about that thick. Look at the inside of that.
I'm looking at me. That's not very.
So everyone gets just a little bit.
That's beautiful.
And I'm going to use over here. I'll show you.
Okay.
So we're going to take this lion's mane, and we're going to take
Or snowball, as I call it.
snowball, a little bit of Henry's again, a little olive oil in a hot pan.
Pan's already hot? Or
Yeah, about like that. And then we're just going to throw them down and let those fry up a little bit.
Beautiful.
And if you look over here, Curtis, so we're just going to lightly season these. That's the saltless seasoning. This is the Sabroso and the Luisa's Gourmet seasoning. It's got some cumin and coriander in there, as we talked about. This is a little spice, just a little bit, the Awaze powder.
Well, whichever one is mine, don't put too much of that.
Okay.
You don't want to wazniak out on that.
So then we're going to turn them over one more time, and then we're going to start serving. That's just goodness, Curtis, right there.
Baby, that looks good. I can't wait to taste that.
So we just tasted this raw before we even fried it. And a lot of people say it tastes like lobster or crab. Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
I can't wait to taste it cooked. Ken, you're like an artist. This is your canvas. Huh?
It is. It's a piece of art, isn't it? It's kind of like a flower. Curtis, one of my favorite things about Ethiopian is this. Now, I'm going to finish it off with a little local cheese. This is Cypress Grove.
So that's not from Ethiopia.
No, but it's goats that are raised right here in the hills. And I'm just going to do a little bit on the salad. And it's family, right? Yeah. This is family. This is what a family meal looks like. And the coolest part is about to come. We're gonna eat this together.
Yeah, I'm looking forward.
And you eat it special. So, give me 1 second. So, thank you for bringing the injera up from the Bay Area. That's the only thing we didn't make tonight, but it's a 3-day process. So, this is something I found locally. I didn't even know it was here. It's a Teff and rice wraps.
So this was your backup in case we couldn't find the injera?
Yeah, because it's made with Teff flour, like the injera is.
Right, cool.
So it's rye. This is gluten-free. This is gluten-free. So.
Yeah, but I want all the gluten I can get, bro. Gluten me out. I want the gluten while the gluten shooting is good.
So I think what so what we all do is, I think we're all, because this is a family meal. This is an Ethiopian meal. We share
Name
this.
our family again, starting with you.
Ken Hamik. What's her name?
Your
Oh,
wife?
Sherry, my wife.
The wifey. Whoa! Do that again, Sherry. I missed that.
Such a loving family.
This has gone from PG to wow.
Yeah.
And this is
In
Lisa
season.
Miss Jam.
Let them be little.
Lorna.
Lisa Lorna.
Yes.
John.
John, her puppy dog's name? Ken. Well, earlier you said something about being from the future or
Yeah, futurist.
futurist. So what the heck is a futurist?
Yeah. A futurist is somebody who kind of gets a lot of hands involved, not just a single brain, and we don't predict the future. We want as many diverse opinions, arguments, dialogue about what we think technology is going, the environment, social issues, economy. And then we create scenarios, working with small groups, company, governments, whatever, try to help them think through, let's call them like movies. Scenarios are like movies of the future. So one might be Blade Runner, kind of a dark future, a lot of technology. Another one might be Star Wars. There's conflict and everything, but there's aspirations. And then what we do is we bring it all back to 2018, which is where we are right now. Because you don't live in the future, you live right here. And then we try to use these scenarios to help people, inspire them to act differently than they otherwise might have if they didn't have that future knowledge. So when they act, maybe 7 generations from now, future generations will say, I'm glad that you guys made a difference. So.
We've known each other a long time, and our friendship has grown. And I think it's continuing to grow and evolve. And so I met you on an airplane. We hung out in Berkeley when our kids were babies. We went to the Ferris wheel, right?
Yeah.
What was that park?
It was the Tilden Park in the hills of Berkeley.
Hills of Berkeley,
Yeah.
right? You know, I got to meet your daughter Sarah, your wife Sherry. You've seen my boys, Curtis and Cole, and now they're grown ups, right? And here we are in Humboldt.
Or Humboldt.
But it's really Humboldt County.
Humboldt
right?
County.
How did you end up in Humboldt County?
I'm a futurist. So literally, I realized what was going to happen with an agriculture up here, and I felt like we really needed to think this through before laws were passed and policies were put into effect and regulations, and to really protect the environment. So I've been working with farmers up here to provide for their families, but also to develop sustainable practices so that, you know, the earth is protected. And also economic development.
So people watching this on the YouTube, because I'm really trying to build this thing. I mean, this is 365 days of the YouTube channel, and I'm glad to have you and Sherry a part of it, and your friends here tonight. It comes to mind, like, you and I are very similar in the fact that we build community, or
Yep.
we're part of the community we're in. And so share with the folks watching this how you've gone about meeting people like John and Lisa, and how did you meet these folks?
It's a small community, Humboldt.
Right.
And if you have integrity and maybe orange shoes,
Orange shoes. Wait a minute, you're a Giant fan. I'm not.
yeah, that's okay. You can get orange shoes anytime. I'll buy them for
I'm
you.
wearing an orange shirt.
I got an orange shirt too.
Well, but seriously though, Lisa and John, this is my second time visiting them, and I fell in love with them too when I met them. So how did you meet them? Where did you guys?
John and I met at a Warriors game.
Seriously.
Met at a Warriors game
Area.
at Six Rivers, where we're serving the beer tonight.
I love
Six Rivers Brewery.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So John, what do you think of this dude cooking dinner tonight?
I like him.
You like him? Okay, good.
He's got good knowledge.
Sherry, we're not going to ask you because you have a biased opinion.
I do.
Yes.
I was just wondering how much John likes Ken.
Ah!
All right, brother. How close are we to dinner time?
We are close. We're going to do.
Now, I've got apples today. We're talking about apples. I've got 4 different types. I've got a Honeycrisp, which has become kind of the darling of the apple over the last few years. Fuji, which is probably my personal favorite eating apple. And I've got a, this is the California bee, sugar bee, that the young man at the market today had me taste. Wow, it may take the place of the Fuji. It has a very similar aroma. Now here's I hadn't really tried before. It's an Envy, E-N-V-Y. Organic, oh, it smells good. Got a great aroma to it. I want to show you something. I'm going to come in close, and I've told you guys, I've shared so many times on the show, make sure they look good all the way around. Now that's a little spot, this little dent in top, and you know, if there are only a few apples left, I might take this one home, but I just want to show you that, okay? So make that a last resort. I don't think it's going to affect the flavor, but why pay for it if you don't have to, right? Okay, so again, remember when buying apples, make sure they're heavy for the size. They have the fresh aroma. I just love that. And they look good, okay? So, should we sample some apples? I know how the Honeycrisp tastes. I know I love the Fuji. I did sample the sugar bee, but I do want to slice it and let you see how the flesh looks on the inside of that. It's gorgeous. Now, again, this right here, you see that spot, that little blemish? That could have happened when I dropped it in the bag or the person who bagged it up. So, please ask your produce person or whoever at the checkout, don't bump your fruit around, okay? Even me, the old vet, I got bumped fruit. I want to slice it so you can see the inside of this apple. It's a gorgeous apple. Look at the color, golden flesh, very reminiscent of the Fuji. It'll be interesting to see. Wow. Wow, great apple. California sugar bee, okay? Look for that one. Now this is the Envy. It's a beautiful apple. I love the two-tone, the colors there, and it's got the little flecks, almost like a Rome Beauty, huh? That's a gorgeous apple as well. Let's see what this looks like when we slice inside. I have no idea. I've never tasted this apple before. Oh, beautiful. I love the color. Oh, wow. Has almost a Macintosh Gravenstein kind of smell to it. This has got to be a good apple. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That is nature's candy right there. 2 new apples today. The Sugar Bee and the Envy. Try them, okay? Stock up. Now, here's another tip when it comes to fresh food, especially produce. Buy what you can use in 3 days. Don't buy produce to store unless you're on a camping trip or something like that, okay? Buy what you can use in 3 days. I'm Curtis Aikens. The channel is Curtis Aikens or Chef Curtis. If you've got questions, comments, post them for me. And please subscribe to my channel. Hi, y'all.